mimic to anyone else. Have you ever heard it? Ready for this?
The Medaryville School on Route 421 was built roughly in 1928 to replace a smaller two-story school in town. County records show that the separate gymnasium was constructed in 1955 and connected to the established school through an underground tunnel. The gymnasium is one of the few remaining arched, wooden roof gyms in the Midwest to date. The gym building held basketball games upstairs for the Medaryville Black horses, and afterwards dances or sock hops were held in the basement. The basement was also used as a cafeteria for home ec classes for the students. The school was officially closed in the 1970s when it was consolidated into West Central Schools. The original 1928 school has since been demolished. The old gymnasium still stands. It was purchased, then donated to the American Legion in 1977. The Legion has remained active since 1977 in more ways than one, and the Spirit Hunters team were invited to experience the activities for ourselves.
If you want to start back here.
This is our storeroom. Other things are being moved. If you put it somewhere, it's guaranteed you're going to come back and it's moved. It's in a different spot. The door opens by itself sometimes. This is our hallway. Lots of times when we come in, it's nothing to turn on the light and see a male figure standing at the end of the hallway. You hear whistling, like somebody trying to get your attention. You hear people calling your name. It's like when you're walking down the hallway this way, something's coming behind you. This is our dining hall. We've often heard a man and woman arguing in here. What we call family parties, because you'll hear, sounds like a crowd. Recently, we've been hearing like a wine bottle being thrown. It doesn't, break. It just kind of bounces along. But we come in and there's nothing. The men's bathroom, the stall doors open and close. Some of our male patrons have complained about standing in the bathroom and somebody touched their shoulder. This is the women's bathroom where we see the stall doors open and close. We hear them slam. We've had women complain saying that they see an apparition with dark hair peeping out of the ceiling. We've heard voices. We've seen things in the mirror. We've seen apparitions in the doorway. It's probably one of the busiest rooms in the building. This is the maintenance room. We call it the dungeon. This is where the tunnel is that left to the old school. In this room, you hear a lot of things being tossed around, mainly against the wall. They'll toss them at the wall. We've seen the door open on its own. We've heard voices.
It seems so much darker up here now.
This is our gym. Lots of times we'll be downstairs at night and you'll hear what sounds like kids running up here. You'll hear random voices. We've seen the curtains move on their own. And then there just seems to be something kind of hangs out on the stage, and people describe it as something dark. When we come up on the stage, we often hear things being thrown down on the gym floor. The curtains move a lot. Things have been moved around in these rooms when we come up here. People have talked about seeing faces on the wall.
This is the old coach's room?
Mm-hmm. Well, what we're told.
You were told this is the old coach's room. Okay. Alright, thank you. That you see, are they more like shadow figures or are they like apparitions?
We've seen shadow figures.
Okay.
We've also seen apparitions.
Okay.
My husband just saw an apparition 2 weeks ago. We saw a man with a white shirt and white pants walk in the front door.
Oh, so you see him just come right in too?
Yeah, the front door is huge.
Right. Great like that though, see?
Yeah,
I'm getting both.
that's good.
Just like that. I can scoot it a little closer. We are ready to roll with that and we are recording.
Cat ball going off on its own.
Alrighty.
Oh, the camera isn't on yet.
That is interesting.
Yep.
Hello there.
Hi.
Oh,
Well, hello.
hi. That's super interesting. Thanks for setting those off already.
Absolutely.
Do you want to do that again?
My red light is on, isn't it? I am recording with the body
You are
cam.
recording.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
So
very
that's
much.
an LED ball that we've brought up here that you can definitely check out. We've got 4 of them, one on the 2 chairs up there. We have 2 on the stage next to this red light. That's our REM pod. I don't know if you're super used to that, but if you do go near that red light on the stage and touch it, that's going to light up some different colored lights for you. Alright, you're welcome to check out any of these LED balls. You're welcome to touch that light on the stage. I'm going to back this up just a little bit so we can catch everything that we need to.
And we will be coming back up here.
We're going to come up, we're going to spend some time tonight, okay? So we're going to go ahead and go, now that my stuff is set up properly. Go ahead and check that out. We're going to go downstairs and have a discussion with the staff that's here.
Who knows the history best here of the American Legion post 96?
Mama.
Or if you guys want to give us any of your personal stories that happened to you.
The American Legion was incorporated in 1977. The building was donated by a gentleman. He actually was one of the founding members. And yeah, they've been here ever since. It used to, back in its heyday, it was hopping all the time.
Well, I'm Hillbilly. I've been a member here for, 5 years, 6 years.
What would you think would be the most profound experience that you've had so far?
So the most profound was we just got done doing the Halloween, the haunted house here. And I come in the next day and opened up and I heard something fall next door. I knew there was nobody over there.
That sort of rattled your bones a little
Oh,
bit there.
well, yeah, because I totally walked out of here. I left. I was like, nope. But then, you hear noises and stuff like that. Doors opening. But there's nobody there. But the main one was that when something fell over there in the hall. And I knew there was nobody over there.
Melissa, Heatherly's wife. I've been a member 4 years. An officer is going on to of the auxiliary. And if you want to know my most profound experience, we had another investigator in here, and I told him, oh, it's just residual energy, leftover energy. I didn't believe in any of it. And the very next day, I'm sitting at the bar and literally felt somebody tug on my sweater where it pulled me backwards, and I look around and nobody's there.
McLean, I'm the general manager here. I've been here for going on 7 years. Probably the most profound moment was when we were having the haunted house and we were closed. It was me, Taylor, and Chastity here closing up, and the 3 animatronics in the building started playing by themselves. They weren't plugged in, they weren't, no batteries, they were just playing by themselves.
Taylor, I've been here probably almost going on 7 years now too. I'm a bartender here. There's been a lot of stuff. Besides what she's talking about on Halloween night, there was a night that me, Melissa, and Hillbilly were actually sitting here, and it was pretty quiet in here, and I heard the trash can lid flip. It's one of those revolving ones. And I knew for a fact that that lid wasn't even on that can or in the same room. So I was already kind of scared and like, all right, we need to get out of here. And then about that time we heard like it sounded like a wine bottle being thrown and bouncing off of like a carpeted wall almost, and then hitting carpet. Like it didn't bust or anything like that, but it was definitely thrown.
Chastity, I've been here 16 years. My biggest memory was the night that I closed. I was by myself. I was doing my paperwork, and we had a pinball machine over here. And I had gone through everything and unplugged everything, shut all the lights off. It was actually just like this with the bar lights on. And it started playing on its own. Completely on its own, just ball flying everywhere. I got up and I walked out and I called my boss and told her if she didn't get here, I was leaving the place wide open. She came. She went over there and it was still on, unplugged. I have many stories.
I'm Tammy. I've been here 9 years, and the experiences I had are a little crazy. You hear knocks on the door. You hear the door opening all the time, and everybody in the bar looks and see if the door's opening, and it's not. And then the other day when we were sitting here, we heard somebody open the door, and we walked out. I walked outside to see if anybody was there. There was nobody there. And I had my commander here one day. He was sitting next to me, and we were sitting here drinking pop because I was working. It was just us two. And I heard somebody scream his name. He heard it just as loud. And he's like, Tammy, did you hear that? I was like, yeah, I heard that. He's like, is anybody there? I said, I don't know. So I went out and looked. There was nobody outside. But it was loud as day. And it called his name. And yeah, it was kind of freaky.
They don't harm you, they don't hurt you, but you know they're here.
Now the only thing that ever got concerning was we were having a problem with the doppelganger.
I don't know why.
I've heard Tina talk to me in the hallway while I'm in the bathroom.
You're the easiest prey. Sorry.
Me and Taylor both.
So you get mimicked, you get a doppelganger, and you get mimicked.
I guess.
I've watched her in
Have
the
we
building.
mimicked anyone else? Have you ever heard anyone else
Well,
mimic?
my boss called me one day and she said, Tammy, were you here at this time of night? Because I got a key. I can come in and out, whatever, if I ask Mama. And I'm like, no, I was in bed, Mama. She's like, well, you're on the camera. I was like, I was not, I promise.
I've been in here standing and watching her on the camera.
I was not
To
here.
walk out and see that she's not here.
And
But she's the only one I've seen.
Okay.
She's the only one I've heard. I was in the bathroom
She's only
and I was
ever
having a
voice I've heard
conversation
that
with her and
sounds
she wasn't
a
even
strange
here
voice.
in the facility.
I didn't know how to turn the lights off in the gym.
Better in the dark.
Yeah.
I think that one's better in the dark.
yeah, it is.
I
It
looked
really
at the
is.
panel.
They're
I
more
don't want to hit
active
the
in the
wrong
dark
thing and
than
turn
they
the
are in the
lights up
light.
to the whole building.
Thank you. Thank you very much for turning that on. We appreciate it. We'll be back up here in a little bit, and hopefully we can get some questions answered, and you can let us know maybe what you want. But thank you again.
Not 10 minutes later, the LED ball on the stage starts going off, and this continues almost in a frantic manner until the static cam in the gymnasium is physically turned off. We have never had LED balls go off in such a continuous manner during an investigation. This was also the last time that this LED ball or any go off during this investigation for the remainder of the night. At this time, everybody was outside on a smoke break. During the investigation, we had asked that there was no smoking inside the building because of the known apparitions, and we did not want to taint any of the evidence that we might catch. I was alone downstairs in the bar area, waiting for everybody to return inside. While doing a battery change, my camera stopped recording. It did not begin again until I was halfway to the gymnasium exit. The camera, and you know that the camera was set to record because you watched me set to record. And we were recording because the little red light was on.
Right.
It was switched from record to photo.
Yeah, it won't record nothing.
It won't record anything.
It does it with my phone. It does it with my phone.
He does it with
Tammy's
everybody's phone.
You go there, go to record it. You won't catch nothing.
This is necrophonic. If anybody's in here and wants to communicate, you can use this to help directly communicate by putting words together.
Cast member.
Yep.
So I said, yep.
Can you say anybody's name that's here? Do you recognize anyone?
Melita? That's what it said.
It did.
I heard Melita.
That's pretty specific.
You guys feel the cold air.
You?
Yep, it's under, it's under the table.
It's on my legs.
Are you guys okay?
Hillbilly?
Oh, yeah.
Who's in the gym? Is somebody in the gym that's different?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's up.
I heard don't up, dude.
I heard it's up.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard too. Mercy?
I heard mercy.
Something bad.
Oh, I just heard something at night.
Do you trust us?
I did.
I heard please go.
Please
That's
go.
what I heard
That's
too.
what I heard.
Do you want us all to leave or just the investigators?
Go now.
Can we stay for a while just to talk? We want to learn your stories.
Maybe.
We want to respect you. We're not here to disrespect you in any way. Is that okay?
There's too many. Yep.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yep.
All agree.
Yep. There's nobody here. Ready to explore some bathrooms, some dungeons,
Okay.
some upstairs. I heard you don't like it when people make messes in this bathroom. Do we dislike it if there's men in the bathroom? That's Mike getting paper towels. Mike getting more paper towels. Mike is making a mess in the bathroom.
Mike, you're throwing them all over the floor. What are you doing, Mike?
It's his fault. He's doing it.
Yeah, I've made a mess.
Mike made a mess in this bathroom. Does he need to come clean it up? Can you let us know that he needs to come clean it up? Are you able to move one of these stall doors? I've heard that this is a very active place. Can you knock for me?
There was a response to your knock down the hallway to the right.
You heard a knock down there? Can you knock in here?
Do you want to try the dungeon?
Right across the way. Why not?
Okay.
How are you?
Ready for this?
I'll tell you what, there was some heavy air in there.
Is anybody on their way to school? From the gymnasium? Can you hit that light up ball? And let us know? Interesting. Are you here with us? Is yours going up too, Mike?
No, I'm steady now.
All right. So, in the middle of the hallway to the school.
Now
Yes.
I'm going off.
Is a light up ball. If you just barely touch that, it'll light up. Or if you have anything you want to say to us, I've got a recorder there. Can you let us know who you are? Can you tell us why you're still here? Are you here because you enjoy being here? Can you light up that device in Stoney's hand again? Can you step towards it and make those lights go up again? Let us know you're here. Reach towards it.
Something's gonna happen because each time you say that, I feel cold air hitting my hand.
Oh, we do have a cold breeze coming through. Oh, wow. All right.
And me.
And it's just kind of flowing through.
Yeah, it's like a cold ball.
That's just flowing. Could it be
And
like
here it goes again.
almost like students are passing through on their way to and from the old school?
I don't know. It feels like cold little balls
Okay.
or patches, maybe a breeze of cold air, but very specific spot.
So I'd like you to try something for me, if you're here. I feel like you're traveling through the buildings. I feel like this is your passageway or where you might be staying. If this is where you're staying, can you light that device up again in Stoney's hand?
Wow.
Thank you. Now what I want you to do, you see the ball in the window here? Can you take as much energy as you can and please light that up?
Transfer it over if you want.
Take as much energy as you can and just touch that ball and light it up, please. Whatever it takes. Devices are not going off. You lower them, they're not going off.
No.
Obviously, I see you're next to the wall. It's not going off. And it just seems like it's flowing through.
Yeah, there's no cold air now on my hand anyway. Oh, look at this.
Yep.
And there
And
goes
me.
Mike's right after it.
Yep.
That's absolutely.
It's like they're turning the corner
Yeah, it's like they're coming through the hallway,
and turning the corner and going
turning
towards
the
the gym.
corner, and just keep going.
Or possibly that was the cafeteria too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
It's like a flow of energy coming through.
yes.
There goes Mike's.
That same electrical field would work on that little round ball. And it's really neat. It has a lot of colors. You want me to touch it?
It takes very little.
Watch. Pretty cool, huh?
Can you do that? Can you touch that and make that ball do that for us? We can also leave it here for a while.
You want to practice with it, you're sure?
And you can practice with it. You might feel more comfortable just having your own time to practice with it. Can you light up that device if you'd like to practice with it? If we'll let you just practice with it for a while? Would that make you feel more comfortable? Okay,
Well,
you lit 2 of them up. We're going to leave it here and let you just practice.
Absolutely.
You be here to practice as much as you want. Feel free. Hello. My camera to get all of it, so I do have to sit to smaller spaces. Is anybody here? It felt like somebody was behind me out here. I don't often get stopped in my tracks, but when I was like, okay, so it's really hard to see. I can't see super far on my camera here, but when I was out in this area with this camera, it was like I turned around here and it felt like there was somebody really standing behind me. And it did, it almost sounded like I could hear somebody walking behind me. So when I stepped in, ooh, ow. So I just walked right here and got an instant headache.
Headache?
Yeah, like slammed in the forehead type headache. And I heard somebody say something. Could have heard somebody from outside since that's wide open to the outside, but it sounded like somebody in here, to tell the truth. There's a really good chance I left my recorder in the basement, or in the hallway down there. With the LED ball. Hallway down there. With the...
We all very clearly hear a door slam. Even downstairs, they heard it. None of the equipment picked it up.
Did you guys hear that?
I did hear it 100%.
That was really loud.
It was.
Hey, did somebody come in here?
Should we turn the camera on out there?
Well, the camera won't catch anything out there. If somebody's in here, can you say if you're in here? What do you mean 3 feet?
It moved 3 feet.
It shouldn't be able to move at all.
Okay, I can't see. Do you have a light?
My eyes couldn't have seen it.
I'll be damned, he's right. It's because of the curtain moving.
Oh, is it?
It's an optical illusion.
Boy, it turned me.
No, turn the light on it. Nope, that's where it was.
Yeah.
It must be an optical illusion.
It was.
Man, that hurt eerie.
Yes, from the curtain swaying, it looked like the light was moving.
Yes.
Can you flash the light out here? Let's make sure everything kind of looks like it was where it was.
Okay, I'm gonna blind you. See if
Oh, I was too.
by that room, actually. They said they saw a face in there.
Is anybody in here? Mike's going in the shower.
Okay. That's where they said they saw a face.
In the shower with Mike.
Is that where they said they did?
Mm-hmm. That was Hillbilly Story.
If I get touched, I'll let you know.
Both Stony and they like you too.
Mine barely lit.
Something
Do
just
that
touched
again.
my head.
There you go. Do that again. I got a very weak one, but I got
I'm
to
getting
There you
quite
go.
a few over here.
So you guys are getting some spikes. I literally, right before you guys said that, something just touched the top of my head. Like, pulled my hair. Not hard, but like, it felt like tugged on a piece of hair. Ooh, my battery is about gone.
Yep.
Another loud bang that everybody hears and nothing records.
I just flickered. Well, yours is.
Did you guys
down.
hear that?
I did, behind you.
That was a big bang.
It was. With me being deaf to hear that.
Somebody wants to explain to anybody that's in the room exactly what we're doing so the spirits understand how this works.
Okay. This is called an SD session. And what it is Jessica is wearing headphones and has a device in her hands that you can communicate through. She cannot hear the questions that we ask, but you can. And you can use the device that she has to answer the questions. Is there anyone up here with us tonight? Any former students that might be here?
This is really strange. Normally I can hear words come through in general, and I'm not hearing a lot of anything come through. And it's very, very faint. It's hard to hear, and everything feels like really dark and repressed right now. So I'm really having a hard time hearing stuff.
Jessica's using a device.
Officer?
An officer? Were you an officer in the military? I think you're still here. Or do you like it here?
What is this? It was like a really deep voice that said that.
We are here to try to communicate with you. We'd like to know what you want.
Broken.
Was your family broken?
What is broken? Anyone else like to speak?
It almost sounded like that same deep voice said, ha ha. I'm gonna stop because I'm just not getting anything.
Right on.
So I did an SD session while I was up there, but it was very oppressive feeling when I was doing it, but it wasn't negative. Was the feeling I got while I was up there. When I went up there and tried to turn the doorknob turned my arm back.
If you're enjoying our content, make sure to like and subscribe and watch for our return to the American Legion.
Hey, goodbye. Thanks for all the fish.
Yeah.